Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about something, that that sometimes, would happen. Now, okay, keep in mind that this does happen from time to time, and it's nothing bad. Oh, I have made films talk about this many times. Now, I only speak one speech. And for some folks out there, that might be what it is. And then there are those who can learn more than one speech. They take to it. Either they take to it by the books or by websteads or speaking films, or they take to it when they're in a learn hall. Either way, somehow they can take to it. And then there are those who it's hard for them to learn a new speech, and then they learn it. And then there are those like me, I can't learn. It's too hard for me to learn a new speech. And none of them work. Now, some folks are going to say, "Oh, well, if you like what you're doing and you're happy with it and you glee with it, it'll work." Well, the thing is, you can like anything and be happy with anything. Doesn't mean you're going to take to it. Look at me. I was happy and glee when I was doing Tailcraft at Learn Hall, but it never took to me, and the only way I can really do Tailcraft is through a learning, a Tailcraft tool. All right. So apparently, no, that's not what I mean. Okay, it's like, well, maybe if you didn't get any happiness or glee learning how to tie shoes. Maybe that's it. Maybe my heart wasn't in it, and that's why I never took. I don't know. Anyway, folks are going to say that. They're going to say, oh, when you're younger, you can learn new speech or new speeches like that. But when you get older, it gets harder. Well, you know what? I'm one of those ones, Jordan said, where I could never learn a new speech. It never worked. It didn't care how old I was. It never worked. I was in Learn Hall and I fought, but it never took. And some of my teachers at Learn Hall thought that I wasn't working hard. So anyway, I always feel sad that I only speak one speech. And it is what it is. Oh, you only speak one speech? Yes. Sadly, I'm one of those folks. Sadly, I'm one of those folks out there that only speaks one speech. That's alright. I learned to speak your speech. Yeah, well, good for you. Now I'm going to feel like shit because you took the time to learn my speech and I couldn't learn your speech. Don't feel that way at all. You should not feel like shit since you can't learn another speech. And then there also seems to be this unwisdom or unknown or just things that, folks believe about something, but there's no truth to it because it comes out of not having any wisdom on it. Well, there are some folks who have this belief that if you only speak one speech and someone else, speaks another speech, and then they speak two speeches and they have to take all that time to learn your speech and you were being a jerk to them by not learning their speech. Well, first off, Jordan says, what am I saying that for? Okay, first off, they don't know me, I don't know them. So it's not like they could read my mind and know, oh, well, I didn't learn their speech because I just want to be a jerk and want them to learn mine. Okay? That whole thing about that whole thing, it's just dumb. It's like, oh, well, somebody has to foster and shift to you and you want to foster and shift to them. I think it's one way or the other, you know. And if there are some folks out there that are irked that you only know one speech and it's not their speech, and that they gotta, you know, foster themselves and foster it in, and they have to shift themselves. Well, it is what it is. All right, and I'm gonna say to anyone out there who is learning another speech right now, do it because you want to. Don't do it because you got some belief that someone you don't know is going to get irked and mad at you since you only speak one speech and you don't speak theirs. And for anyone who's learning another speech on the other side out there, if you're putting all that work and you learn new speech, good. You know. But then again, Jordan said, why do I keep saying that? I don't know. It's like folks don't know it's me talking. And I am talking. Okay? And it's kind of like, and it's like this. You probably hate me now, because you probably hate me now since I only speak one speech and that's English and you speak two speeches. Yeah. No, I don't. It's the way it is. I wanted to learn your speech, Jordan, so I could talk with you. You don't have to learn my speech if you don't want to. And it is hard to learn new speeches, no need how old you are. And don't feel like shit. I'm not mad at you at all. Well, that's good to know. You know, that's good to know, Vivian. That's good to know. That's, good to know, Mary, that's good to know. Yeah. And before I end this film, there are some folks out there who think that the grounds to why some folks don't learn a new speech is out of laziness or, they want to unlook and shame other folks out there. Well, they need to drop it. And the ones that think this shit are ones who speak English as a first speech. Why do some English speakers, when they learn another speech, then they start giving shit to their fellow English speakers? Oh, you only speak one speech. Fuck you. I speak more than one speech. I'm more good than you. I'm not lazy anymore. Wow. No one's lazy if they don't learn a new speech or not. Either it works or it doesn't work. So no one's gonna call me lazy because I don't know how to tie my footwear, but I know how to tie sacks. Okay? It's like that. And no one's gonna call me lazy since I had to use a tailcraft tool to tailcraft to think out what a tailcraft answer is or hang up is to get the answer to that hang up. Alright. Yeah. And it wasn't laziness on my thing. It just does not work. So it is what it is. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.